Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I am going to bring you another heart. And the reason I'm doing this is because my last video that I did on these hearts somehow got, it froze for at least 20 or 25 minutes of the video, and I apologize for that. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it did that, but it also is doing it on the one that I created here at home on my computer. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it was an issue with my camera or what have you, but I was very, very disappointed that that video, the whole middle section of the video, was ruined. So I decided that I wanted to do another video on making my Puffy wall hanger hearts. I made a couple of the big ones, and then I made a couple of the smaller ones around this size too. I sold one of them already in my Etsy shop, so I don't have that one to show you, and it was a really, really pretty one. And then there's this one, or there was another one that I did that's a small one that is in my Etsy shop, but I didn't do a video on it because I thought that my original video was okay. So I have these two, and these I actually, instead of gluing them around here, I sewed them, and then I'm just going to glue the last little section together when I do these. But today we're going to do another big heart because that's what I want to do. And so here's my original heart. Again, it's on that same fabric that has the floral pattern on it. I love, love, love this fabric. It's like a linen, and it feels nice, and it just is so pretty. I'm going to need to find some more of this. I think I have another small piece of it left over. I had bought like 4 yards of this, probably 16, 17 years ago, and that's what this is left over from. And I used it on a couple of rag quilts that I made, and then I hadn't used it since. So anyway, when I thought of doing these hearts, I thought, oh my gosh, that fabric is perfect because it's soft and it's fun, it's playful. So that's what we're going to do this one with as well. I have my 2 other large hearts in my Etsy shop also, if you guys want to see them there. But the first thing that we're going to do, these are no-sew puffy hearts. And so the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to glue the entire edge, and we're just going to put inside to inside and leave the edge the way it is here. This fabric does not fray like other fabrics do. It holds up really, really well. And we're going to be putting lace and all kinds of other things around it. So we're just going to leave it just the way it is. And it kind of gives it that shabby look too. So I'm just going to start by gluing these edges down. Just like this. I'm going to get my line of glue, and we want to make sure that your glue is a steady stream of glue going around the heart. Oh, I want to read you guys my inspirational quote real quick. Today's quote says, never stop believing in hope because miracles happen every day. And I think that is so true. I choose to believe that miracles do happen every day. They don't always happen to each and every one of us, but you know, I feel like kind of everybody has their time, and we need to hope for that. You know, we need to keep hope in our hearts at all times in life, because if we don't, life can get pretty rough and hard to maneuver. So I'm trying to choose to keep hopeful that things will get better in this world. Don't quite care for how things have been going lately, but I know it's going to get better. You know, if you think back in history, you know, over all the things that have happened in, just say, the United States, over the years, all of the trials and the different things that have happened, and changes that the country has gone through, you know, it always gets better at some point. So I've got to hope that things are going to get better for us here. It's just got to. Okay, and I'm going to leave a space about 2 inches here open so that I can fill this with my stuffing. I'll go to about right there. Making sure that I'm pressing this down really, really well. And here's our opening. So we've got about 2 inches there. And I'm pulling stuffing out of an old pillow that didn't get used. It was one that I had bought and never cared for too much. I don't even know why I bought it, but I bought it a long time ago. And so it's been sitting around in a linen closet, just sitting there. And I thought, finally one day, I thought, you know what, I'm going to cut that open and use the stuffing to do some puffy hearts. So that's what I've been using it for. And I've done a few of these now. I've done 4 of them. 2 little ones and 2 big ones. So, but these are so fun. So you just take and you just start stuffing it and push it over to the other side there first. And I'm just taking big handfuls of it. And this is just like a, I guess you call this like a polyfill. I like this kind because it's soft. It's kind of like cotton, only softer. And it's the kind that just kind of, it almost feels slimy. It's not, but it feels like it's slimy because it just slides around and goes where you need it to go. And it's very, very soft and puffy. So that's why I like this filling. And I thought when I opened up that pillow, I was so happy that it was this filling and not that other kind of cheesy stuff that sometimes people use in pillows that turns into a bunch of lumps, so to speak. It gets really lumpy and clumpy and it doesn't keep its shape. And this stuff is pretty cool. So I figure this pillow's at least 15 years old and it still had its shape. So not that we used it or anything, but you know, you would think it would still lose its shape over the years, but it did not. Okay, so I think that's full enough. We don't want to overfill it because we want to be able to get, you know, all of our edges to kind of do what we want them to do and not be over. I think I might have actually put a little bit more than I needed in here because I do want it to be a little less stressed, so to speak. A little less puffy. I mean, I like them really puffy, but for this purpose, I think they look better if you don't quite make them so full. So there we go. I think that's all we need. I'm going to put this back in the... I still have the filling in the pillow that I originally had. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm just going to take and glue this section down. Trying to get it on the edges. It's hard when it's kind of not straight. But all I'm going to do is pull it and pinch it. Just like that. There we go. We've got the whole thing filled, closed, And cutting these hearts out is really, really simple. You just want to take your 2 pieces of fabric, make a square. And I'm not the greatest heart shaper, but it was so easy. All I did was fold it in half and cut the half heart shape. So what you can do is you can get, I already had these cut out, or I would have done that for you guys too. Get on Pinterest or someplace like that where you can find a heart template, and you can use that to draw your heart on fabric and just cut it out that way if you want. And that way you'll get 2 pieces that are shaped the same. I like to just take the 2 pieces and make my own sort of heart. I don't necessarily like your traditional, you know, this one's a little bit more of a traditional shape. And it's cute too. But I wanted this one to be a little bit more of the narrow parts at the top of the heart. So anyway, okay, so we've got that on there. The next thing I'm going to do, I have this piece of lace. I cut this out of a piece of lace that was sent to me by Gail over at Fava of 4. And it was actually a decent sized piece. You know, a lot of times some of the stuff I get is just little bits and pieces of things. But this was such a nice piece that I was able to cut a nice section out. I just cut it, you know, to the shape of the heart with the, you know, I put the heart fabric up next to it, and I just sort of, you know, cut this into it. So I'm just trying to get it on here. Now you can see there's a space over here where the lace doesn't go. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about that. I just want to get a good majority of this covered. And honestly, I'm going to use this as my front. This side has more of the flowers and stuff on it, so I want that to be the back side because I want it to be pretty as well. So we're going to put this on the side that has fewer of the flowers on the fabric. So, and that way these flowers are kind of sticking out over the edge there, and I like that. So I'm going to just take and at these edges, let me cut this little snippet off here. Goodness, I hope you guys didn't just hear that, but you had to have. My stomach just made a weird noise. I ate a Rice Krispie treat before I started the video. And I'm telling you guys, if any of you have ever had any kind of gastric surgeries, that's what it does to you. I had it back in 2009, and now my stomach just makes noises whenever it feels like, and it makes noises every single time I eat. There's just no getting around it. So I'm just taking and gluing this lace on at its edges. I'm not worried about the center part of it at all. Just getting these edges glued down. And I'm just gently kind of laying it over the glue and trying not to get a bunch of glue puffing out from under the lace, you know, where it makes the lace hard. I'm trying not to do that. This is not going to be a pillow that anybody's going to lay on for sure. It's going to be a wall hanging. So it's not like we're worried about it being, you know, something that somebody's going to lay on. But we still want it to not have a bunch of glue oozing out and, you know, all of that. And then right here. And as I go around, I'll just cut some of these snippets off that I think are maybe a little bit too long or hanging over. It really doesn't matter. If you want to leave them hanging over, that's fine too. It just adds to the shabbiness. of the pillow. So, and I'm really not worried about it hanging over myself. I don't know why I'm actually worrying about cutting it down. Because I do want it to look kind of shabby on the edges anyway. Although it is going to have some lace around it. So you're really not going to see any of this on the edges. That's all going to be covered up by some lace that's going to go around the edges there. But I hope you guys will try this because it really is a lot of fun. And so easy if you're not a sewer. I sew, I can sew, but I don't love sewing as much as I used to. So for me, I would rather sit here and use my glue gun, and it's easier for me to make a video using a glue gun than it is a sewing machine. I don't know how these ladies make videos with their sewing machines and stuff. You gotta have all those great angles and get right in on the machine and all that stuff, and I just basically don't want to have to do that. So the only thing is I've got glue strings all over me. Almost. I'm just kind of trying to go around these edges here and then just pinch it down. Just like that. Okay, so now we've got this nice piece of lace over the entire top. You guys can see that. I just wanted it to be really lacy. This is going to be, this particular one, it's going to give off more of an essence of almost like a wedding vibe, but definitely shabby chic. Okay, next, I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my top pieces first. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I am going to be putting lace around the edges, although it might look nice to have this kind of hanging over the tops of the lace. I'm trying to think. No, I think I want the cleaner edge of the lace to go around this, so that's fine. So I'm going to start this in from the seam, so to speak. Just a little ways, probably about 1/4 of an inch. I'm just taking, this is some beautiful, beautiful lace that I got from my friend Diane. And she sent it in some Happy Mail to me, and I just love it. I'm down to a very small piece of it left, but I am having so much fun with this lace. And all of the other ones that she sent me so many beautiful bits of lace and stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did a video showing the Happy Mail that she had sent me, and oh, it was just beautiful. Everything. All different kinds. She gave me some golds and whites and silver lace and just a whole bunch of different kinds of laces, and wow. And the crazy thing is they were all new. They hadn't been used. So I got to use them for the first time. I don't mind getting used stuff either. I'll take it. If it's lace, I will take it. I like vintage laces as well. So it doesn't matter to me. If it's lace, I'm in. But it was nice to get a nice little bit of brand new lace. And I see this lace all the time, like on Etsy or other places, and I always want to buy it. And I just, you know, I don't have a lot of extra money to buy stuff like that right now. So I have to just be careful and use what I have and use my mind and my brain and just come up with ideas, and which is really what I've always done. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I just make it up as I go along. And this piece of lace that I'm putting on now is actually a piece from a wedding dress, and this is from Fava of Four sent this to me, and that is my friend Gail. And it's so pretty. Man, but when you get wedding dress lace, oh, is it ever a chore to cut apart? Oh my goodness. It took me forever to cut this stuff out, because I was also trying to cut from behind it some of the satin from behind this, because there were places where there was satin, places where there wasn't, and I didn't want it to look different. So I was trying to get the whole piece to look just, you know, just to be this and have just the sheer mesh that it originally came on with it. So I worked and worked at it until I got it figured out. I mean, it was a chore, but it was fun. And then I've got this, which I'm going to put on here, but I don't know if I'm going to, I think I might wait to put that on, because I made some rolled roses, and these are all ones that I made earlier. And you guys have seen my videos on these. I'm going to make one real quick so that you guys can watch me make it. I've got a piece of chiffon, and I've just cut it. You can see it's not perfectly even. I just cut it off of it. This was a curtain that was given to me by Gail over at Fava of Four, and it was just a big piece, and it had some areas where it had some embroidered flowers on it as well, but it had sections where it was just this chiffon. So I was able to cut it out and just do it's almost like a cream color. So I'm just taking it and I folded it over here and over here. And to start it out, I'm folding it one more time. This is just the way I've been doing mine. I'm going to fold that so that I have a tail here. And I'm going to start rolling this just the way it is, and I'm going to just put a little dot of glue here and roll it around. And I'm just going to keep going until I get, you know, a bud that I'm happy with, like the center of the rose. You can see I have a little bit of a bud there. I hope you guys can see this. My camera looks like it's awfully dark right now, and I can't figure out why. I'm in the same room with the same lighting as usual, but it just seems dark. Maybe I'll open up my blinds here a little bit and brighten it up in here. And I'm just basically trying to keep it bent so that the frayed edges are not showing. But now I'm going to start folding it backwards, which is your rolling. I'm literally rolling the fabric just like that. I'm going to roll it back and put some glue there and roll it around. Just like that. Trying to keep the frayed edges from appearing. And I'm going to roll it back again. Put a line of glue there and roll it around. And you can see I'm getting a nice little flower going there. And I'm going to roll it back. I don't have much of a tail here to work with. This chiffon, sometimes it's harder to work with, but I gotta tell you, it makes the best rolled roses of any fabric, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. It's very slippery, it's not always easy to work with, but it does make beautiful rolled roses. And for these kind of roses that, like on this pillow, these look very, very chic, very wedding-y, very feminine. And that's what I like about the chiffon. What I need to do is at some point, I'm going to get myself a whole bunch of colors of chiffon fabric that I can use to make a whole bunch of roses. And then I think I'm going to try and get, perfect my technique enough that I can start selling them in my Etsy shop. Now these roses here, I'm not going to put a backing on them because I just don't feel I need to. They're going to go straight on this pillow, and nobody is ever going to see the backs of these roses. So since I'm using them right now and I'm not selling them, this is what I'm doing. And I'm just going to take on the bottom, I'm going to put a little bit of glue and start tucking this down here. Just like that. And then I went today and I got myself a new, where did I put it? I probably buried, I got myself a new torch because my old one, and the guy gave me a defective one. It doesn't want to light every time. I got two of these. I got one for Jeff and one for me. And of course I had to give Jeff the one that worked better because, well, just because. But this one doesn't want to light every time I strike it. So, and then his blows like really good. Mine not so much. But I figured for doing crafts, it's good enough. He needs it more for his woodworking. He wanted to do some light burning, and his torch that he's got in the garage is for like really heavy burning. And he's making some really nice wood pieces right now, and so he needed something that would work well. Okay, so now I've got a few of these rolled roses here. And they're all that cream color, so pretty. So we'll be using these. I think I'm going to go ahead and start my lace around the edges just to have that part done, because I think that might be part of the video that got lost in the last one. So we're just going to start down here at the corner of the bottom here. And then we're going to work our way around, and we're going to, this is a nice big piece of lace, but it's going to take all of this to go around this heart because we are going to ruffle it or pleat it. Okay, so now we're just I'm going to try not to do too much pleating here, because I don't want to run out of the lace like I did on the first one that I did. I literally ran out of lace. And really the area that needs the most pleating is the space around these corners of the heart, because we don't want the lace to look like it's being pulled. And this is probably one of the most time-consuming parts of this project, is pleating this lace and getting it around the heart. So I may have to do this in a couple of sittings because it's almost dinner time. So I am going to need to get up shortly and fix dinner. And I am not the most perfect pleater, but this is going to be fine. I'm not going to say that my measurements are exact. And that is the difference between me and some of your other people. They may do it a lot more perfect than I do, but I'll get the job done and it'll still look just as pretty. And you can see, doesn't that look nice? I think it does. Just about in need of a new glue stick. And I'm saying a little prayer right now that we get around this entire heart with this piece of lace, because it's all I have of this lace. And that's the thing. I need to get out and I need to buy some lace trims like this that are, you know, several yards. And that way I can do these bigger projects and know that I'm not going to run out. So as soon as I can start buying, I am absolutely going to do that and get a little bit of a stock built up. Like I said, I love the small pieces. I love having them. They're great. But it's also nice to have a few big pieces that you can do bigger projects with. Because it was a real bummer doing that other one. So right here around these corners, I have to put more pleats in, because if I don't, this lace is going to pull and it's going to look really awful. So we've got to put more pleats in this area. And this process, if you're a sewer, might be easier done with a needle and thread. I would say it's likely that it would probably be easier with a needle and thread. But I'm getting there. We're going to make this work. And I know a couple of the girls that watched my other video, I guess people still liked the video because I got a lot of good comments on it. And a few people were saying that they were going to get the stuff and make one themselves. So I'm super excited about that. I would love for anybody that makes these to send me pictures if you do. Anything that you make. That is from one of my projects. I would love to get pictures of those things so that I can post them in my videos. I'm going to try and get better at doing that because I want to show off. I do have a few items that people have made and sent me pictures of that I need to pull those pictures and get them posted in my videos. I've been really laxed in doing that, and More so, you'd have to say I've been lazy in not looking for those pictures and getting them up there on my videos. Okay. Once we get around this part of the heart, the rest of this will go much quicker. This side is going to be harder for me because it's very awkward. It feels very awkward anyway, for me. But we're getting there. So I wanted to ask you all, and maybe please, if you guys would, I would love it if you guys would leave me some comments on my videos. And if you have a moment, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up while we're in this process. Because I need your help, you guys, so that I can get this channel growing and growing a little faster than it is, so that I can, you know, it would be awesome if I could get some sponsors or something. I've been thinking about that a lot. And if you can get sponsors, I have a way of earning, you know, additional possible income. I think I'm going to work on, I don't know if I can or not because my channel is monetized, but I was thinking if I could do an Amazon link, so that if you guys are interested in buying maybe some of the products that come from Amazon or what have you, you can just click the link from my description menu, and then that could help me out as well, because then I can get, I don't know what they call it, but Amazon will actually give you a certain percentage of the sales that are made based on people hitting that link. So if that's another way I could earn additional money so that I can get to where this is what I do, that would be so awesome. Okay, we're almost to the end, you guys. Just gonna go right over that one. Man, this one's gonna be really pretty. I kind of got a little crooked on that little pleat. Couple more sections to go. Yay! And I'm going to put another one in right here. Seeing that red thread. Look at that, I had a little piece left. Awesome. And then I'm just going to take and snip this right there. Actually, I don't like the way that looks, so we're going to take it and we're going to glue that piece to the other piece on the bottom. Just like that. Just glue them together. There. Okay, so now we have, with just this little tiny piece to spare, so you guys can see why I was a little nervous about whether or not I was going to make it all around this, all the way around this pillow. But look at that. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. All right. Now let's decorate the top of this yummy pillow. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do here? I was thinking about, I did grab this piece of eyelash trim because I was thinking about going around the edge of this with that eyelash trim because it's very, very faint. It's a very pale pink, and I thought maybe that would be pretty just to edge it with. I think it is. I really do like it, actually. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start decorating the top of this. And we're going to figure it out. I'm going to put this right here. Just like that. And then I'll just take a couple of these leaves here and glue them down. Press it down. Okay. And now, let's see, let's work with some of our, oh, this was the other thing that I took out for the edging too. So I just have to kind of decide. This may actually look better since I'm kind of trying to stick with just those colors. This is just some white sequins, and they're very opal looking. I think this is what I'm going to use instead of the eyelash trim. I'll use the eyelash trim on one of the little pillows that I took out. I also took this out, and this would be very pretty too, but it's all I have left of this. But look at that. Oh my goodness, is that gorgeous, you guys? Wow. But if I use that, I'm going to be, well, you know what? I don't even know if there's enough of this to go around the whole thing now that I think about it. Let's take it around and see. It looks like it just might make it. Oh, look at that. Does that mean it was meant to be? Look at that. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and use this. I hate to do it because I'm now going to be out of this trim, but it really looks beautiful. This pillow is going to end up being one of the more expensive items in my Etsy shop. I'm just going to say that right now, because it has a lot of very expensive bits and pieces in it. And I'm actually using up my best stuff. I mean, my very best stuff is all over this pillow. And I'm trying to press this out so that I am, while I'm putting this on here, I'm able to kind of flatten that out. You see how that line is flat on this side and it's a little bubbly on this side? With this wide trim, that's the other good thing about this wide trim, I'm able to flatten everything out against that trim and really make it the exact shape that we want it to look, because it flattens everything out. And actually the small pillow hanger that I sold, I think I used this trim on that one too. And like I said, it was, I can't remember, I'm not positive. So Rhonda, I know you bought that one, so don't quote me on that, but it seems like that's what I used. I have pictures of it on my phone here. I need to look and see. But it was stunning, and I know my friend Rhonda purchased it, and I just know she's going to love it. I have no doubt in my mind about how much she's going to love that pillow. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just smaller. It's one of the small hearts. But I really like these big ones, if I'm being honest. I love the little ones, and in fact, I think I may I may make one of those or two of them for my bedroom because I think they're awesome in the bedroom. They're really pretty if you hang them, if you have like a dresser with a big mirror. They're really pretty to hang on the mirror. I have an antique dresser in my bedroom, and it looks pretty with, you know, things like this hanging from the mirror. And over the years, I've put different things on it. You know, you got to change things out every now and then. But I think if I put one of these on that mirror, I think I would probably end up leaving it there. Because they really are gorgeous. But when I make mine, I've got to get some more of this trim. So I will wait until I have that to do mine. Thank you so much, Diane. I love this trim. I got this, and I got some similar to this from my friend Rhonda. I used the stuff that Rhonda gave me almost immediately after I got it. I loved it so much. And then when I got this, I got super excited. I like this one too because it's got like a beaded X pattern in it. I'll hold it up a little closer to you guys so you can see it. But again, this was not trim that I purchased myself. This was in a Happy Mail package that I got from my friend Diane Giroux. And that's why I keep telling you guys, I'm super blessed. I've got the best subscribers anywhere. I don't think anybody's got better subscribers than I do, because I've been really, really, really blessed with donations of supplies that really, it truly does keep me going, keeps me able to continue making really nice stuff like this pillow that otherwise I wouldn't be able to do. I'd be just doing a bunch of things with supplies I have laying around, because there's just no way I could continually buy. I'm going to put some glue back here before I cut this off, because I don't want the beads to come off. And we're going to just snip that off right there. And there we go. Look at, that's all I had left. And that's what the pattern is like, you guys. It's super duper pretty. So that's the only piece I have left of this beautiful, beautiful trim. Look at this heart. Oh my gosh, are you guys as excited as I am about this one? I hope you are. It's so, so, so pretty. Look at it. Oh! And I love these pearls hanging off of this little part of this wedding dress. I love that too. So now I got to determine where we're going to put these rolled roses and how many of them we're going to use. So you guys know me, it's 3, 5, 7, 9, odd numbers of embellishments like this. And I think I'm going to put 3 of these rolled roses right here because I just feel like this is the perfect spot for them. And I've still got that beautiful trim that's popping out there. I'm not going to lose that. And we're going to put that one right there. And then this one, just got to put plenty of glue on these things. I may have to go back in. That was the last of that glue stick, and can you see how fast that glue stick went? Crazy. And I've got glue spider webs all over this glue gun. Poor thing. And I think I'm going to take this bud right here and I'm going to put this in the center. Right there. Okay. And then I also have some of these little white flowers, and I actually bought these today. I went to my one of my little local stores and got one package of these little white flowers. I do not want the leaves on them, so we're going to pull those off. And we're going to use a couple of these just to sort of enhance and add that bit of white, the stark white, bright white, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to pull the leaves off the back of this. And maybe just kind of have them coming off like that. Doesn't that look pretty? Maybe one more, I think. Again, it's the old three-piece thing, so I'm thinking 2 there and 1 there. Just like that. Oh my goodness! Oh! So this is the difference between making something like this that I can put this in my store and sell it as either a wedding item, because it would be a great ring pillow, or it can be just a bedroom decoration for the person who has, you know, just whites and creams in their bedroom. You can sell it in so many different ways. It could even be something to be placed in a baby's room, you know, to be hanging on the wall in a baby's room. Because look at just how beautiful that would be in a baby's room. I think it would be gorgeous. And then I have this little butterfly that I made, and this, you can watch my my tulle butterflies video. It's got a few, see, there's that thing. I just bought this today, you guys. And I filled it with the butane and everything, and it's just got a faulty, what do you call it, flint that isn't working properly. So that's kind of a bummer. That makes me kind of mad a little bit. So okay, so this I put this pretty bead here that had a dangle pearl. This little button had this dangle pearl, and I thought that looked really pretty for this butterfly. So I made the butterfly. This is a piece of the chiffon fabric that I made these rolled roses out of, and a piece of some other fabric that I have here that I got from Gail over at Fava of Four, and I don't know where I put that piece of, oh, here's a piece of that. So this was a piece of this fabric that I made this butterfly out of. And I was thinking this butterfly would look really pretty on this pillow, and it does. Oh my goodness. This couldn't have turned out any better. I also have this butterfly, another one that I made, but I made that completely out of that gold fabric. And that looks really pretty too. So now I have a choice to make. But the difference is this one has the pearls in it, so it really goes with the entire theme of this pillow. And it really, really looks nice on there. The other thing that I want to do is I want to take a couple of, let's see. I was thinking to take a couple of pieces of this chiffon. I've got 2 of them here, and putting them together, let's see, and creating a bow, but I don't know if these are long enough to create a bow with. And I don't want to ruin my project by adding this bow if it's not going to lend to the beauty of the whole thing. Let me see. Let me look. So I found another piece of lace. I'm going to use this piece of lace to make a bow with. This is all I have of this. You guys, I am literally using up all of my really good stuff on this one project. And I'm going to use this to tie around the center of the bow. So all we're going to do here, let me set that aside for a minute, and we're almost done. So I'm going to take and loop this like that. I've got about 6 inches there. I'm going to loop it back this way. And then again, only I'm going to come in about 1 inch. And do the same over here, come in about 1 inch, and hopefully that makes it so that I have about the same length in my tails. So we're going to take this, I feel like this one's a little bit longer, so let's start this again. I'm going to go right there. Maybe I need to make it that long, and make that one, and make these come in just a little bit more so that this one can be longer too. Yes, there we go. So I'm going to take this little piece of lace here, and I'm going to tie this around the center of this bow. Just like that, tying it good and tight in the center there. And I'm just gonna work with this lace to get it laying exactly the way I want it. Shape this bow. And then on this side, like that. And there, we've got a beautiful, beautiful bow. So the only thing we need now is a centerpiece for our bow. And let's see. I've got this, which is very, very pretty, and it's got the gold and the white in it. I'm thinking, you know, I've been wanting to use this for I've probably had this little piece for about 2 years now. I got it from Debbie Cottrell over at Kiki's Sale, which is where I get most of my bling and flowers and all that stuff from. And really, I'm not using that stuff because I've almost run out of all of my Kiki's flowers and things. So I'm at a point now where I've got to ration those flowers and things out. But I'm going to cut that ribbon off. Normally I would keep it on, but it's whiter. It's not as cream colored as the bow, and it clashes with it a little bit. So we're just going to put this on here. And this is a ceramic piece, you guys. I don't know if it's a vintage piece or what, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Whoopsies. Trying to get my sleeve out of the way here. So look at how pretty that is on there. It just looks gorgeous. I just love it. I may be really sad to see this heart go. I'm telling you, you guys, this has got to be one of the prettiest things I think I've ever made. So let me hold this up here. Oh, I haven't even put my butterfly on yet. And I'm going to put this right in the center of the heart here, I think. I have to decide here. I want it to go there. I'm not going to cover up those swirls for sure. Maybe off to the side. I think we're going to go off to the side a little bit so that this side gets a little more decoration as well. So we're going to put a whole lot of glue on this bow, just like that. And I'm going to put it right there. And I'm just going to press that down and hold it for a minute because I want it to stay. Stay, bow, stay. Okay. I think I'm going to take this bow too and put a little cut like that. And we'll do that on this side as well. There we go. And then our butterfly. I could have used the butterfly there too. That would have been pretty, huh? Gosh, now I'm wondering, I think I should have used the butterfly instead of this. I think I like the butterfly better. I'm going to take that off once again. I'm going to change my mind because I like the butterfly right there. It just sets the whole piece off, I think. Okay, so there we go. We've got our butterfly on there, and we're going to save this for another day. You go right back there. I'll save you for a special piece. And then the last thing I need to do on this is to create a hanger for it. And I think we're going to use this sequin bit here for our hanger. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back side of that so we don't lose anything. And then I'm just going to flip this over, get all the glue off the back of there, glue crumbs. And I need to make sure the sequins are going to be pointing towards the front of the pillow. So I'm just going to try and get in the right spot on both sides. In the same spot, I should say. So there's that one. Now I'm going to try and keep it in the right direction. I don't want it to be too long, so I think I'm going to cut it right about there. Get that piece out of there, and then we're going to put it right about there. Oh, I let go of it. Okay, right about there. So I think I'm just going to lay a nice big dollop of glue right there and sink that into it. And no, that glue did not burn me. My glue gun is a low temp glue gun, so I don't have to worry about that. And there we go. We have our hanger of opal looking sequins. We have our pillow, and it turned out absolutely, positively to be one of the most gorgeous things I think I've ever made, and I'm saying that completely honestly, you guys. This pillow is stunning. I love it. And you can see it's got the pearls that lay down here, and if it's standing up, they're gonna just kind of hang down like that, just like that. Oh my goodness, is that pretty. All right, there we go, you guys. That is one perfect pillow. Not perfect, a perfectly imperfect pillow. There we go. I like that. So that's what it looks like. There's our rolled roses and all the lace and the sequins and the pearls and everything in there. Our pretty bow and our butterfly. And look at how pretty that lace turned out on the edges. This is gorgeous. So, on that note, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. I hope you stayed until the end to see the entire video. I know it's probably a little bit long, but man, was this fun. And I think you might get a lot out of this video if you watched the whole thing. If you didn't and you skipped forward, go back and watch it again and catch those parts you missed, because wow, you guys, this was fun. It turned out fabulous, and this was just a ton of fun, and I think you really, really would enjoy making one of these pillows. So on that note, I am going to say I hope you will all be blessed. I'm going to get some more videos out here before Christmas, and this beauty will be in my Etsy shop very shortly, probably before you get a chance to view this video. So yeah, it'll be in my store, and if you want it, it's like I said, this is not going to be a cheap item in my store, but I think it would make an absolutely fabulous gift for someone that's really special to you. I really do. Yeah. So anyway, thanks you all for watching. Be blessed, be safe, be well, and stay away from that COVID-19 that they say is going to surge again. And just all be safe. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. I'll put pictures of all of my little hearts on the back of this video so that you can see them all. Bye-bye, y'all. God bless.